So there have been dozens and dozens of movies that came out, and it's already the beginning of the year. It's just the beginning of the year. It's the end of the month of March. We're nearing the end of the month of March, and I've seen so many movies, and I'm trying my best to catch up on some of them, and some of them are really good, and some of them are really great. This movie, Project Hail Mary, when this movie was announced and it's going to be starring Ryan Gosling, I was like, great. I love Ryan Gosling. He's a great actor. He's an amazing actor. Then I heard the announcement that Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, who are responsible, if you don't know who any of them are, if you don't know who Phil Lord or Christopher Miller are, they are responsible for making movies like the Lego Movie and the Lego Movie the Spider Verse movies, and also Cloudy with the Chance of Meatball. I didn't know they. I have never seen Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs, but they've made those movies like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I heard people. I haven't seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, but I've heard great things about them. But I have seen. I love the Lego Movie, especially the first one. The second one was a step down. It was okay. It's been a minute. It's been minute since I've seen the second one, but the first one, I will never forget. I will never forget the first Lego movie, the Lego movie. um, and of course the Spider Verse movies, Into the Spider Verse, Across the Spider Verse. Holy shit! Holy shit! They did such an amazing job with that. And when I heard that they were attached to this movie, I thought they were going to be. I thought they were produced. They were going to produce this movie, but no. It turns out that they're producing this movie, but they're also directing this movie. And I'm like, that's a bonus. And I also heard that this movie is going to be is an adaptation from a novel or like a book of the source material. And I've never read the source material, but it just everything checks. The trailer for this movie didn't blow my mind. I wasn't like jumping in excitement like, oh my god, I need to see this movie right now. It looked wholesome. The trailer for this movie looked wholesome. It looked endearing. It looked sweet. But that's it. Maybe with a pinch of comedy, a pinch of humor, sprinkled on top of this movie. That's what I got from watching just the trailer alone. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, even though it's March 2026, this is probably the best movie of this year. The year just started. But this is just incredible. This is such a great movie. Um, I love this movie for being a near miraculous fusion of smarts and heart. But anyway, okay. So anyway, what is the story about? So the film follows the story of Ryland Grace, played by Ryan Gosling, who I didn't know also produced this film. So he and Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, like among others, produced this movie. There's a shitload of producers for this movie. A man who awakens on an interstellar spacecraft with no memory of how he came to be there. So that's it. And there's a lot of highlights following this area, like Ryan Gosling's performance, for instance. His performance in this movie, I would describe it as his most winning and a shining star. Um, I would note his incredible like chemistry with the alien character Rocky that he named Rocky, who I will admit is very adorable. And the collaboration between directors, I mean, when it comes to the direction and visuals and cinema, the directors Phil Lord and Christopher Miller and cinematographer Greg Fraser resulted in what I would call a visually dazzling space odyssey. The film's use of practical sets over green screens has been a major highlight, a major point for its warmth and handcrafted feel. And the adaptation, even though I haven't read the source material, the adaptation written by Drew Godar, who also adapted The Martian, the screenplay is noted. It has for its ability to balance complex science with emotional stakes. I mean, this movie is a masterpiece of a family popcorn movie with outstanding creature design and puppetry. It does borrow, from classic sci-fi tropes, but it's still like I would put it in one of the greatest hits mixtape. It's compiled with such flair that it's impossible not to be swept up with. It offers a slightly more tempered view that I would call a grand act of cinematic recycling that is nonetheless determined to please crowds and warm hearts. So here's a little production fun fact that I want to give to you guys. The film features a unique 156-minute runtime and was specifically filmed for IMAX, utilizing varying aspect ratios to distinguish between the protagonist's past on Earth and his present in deep space. So just keep that in mind when you're watching this movie in IMAX. But yeah, like even though this year just started, this is the best movie of this year. And I'm so glad to be returning back into theaters and trying to catch up on every movie that I missed out on. That's what I'm trying to do. My life is just currently it's a struggle to balance my YouTube life with my personal and life and my work life. It's a very hard struggle. Please be patient with me, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, thank you so much, everyone. You guys need to check this movie out. I mean, it has the feels, it has the emotion, it has the heart. I mean, like it's Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. I mean, come on. These guys are the brains behind the Spider-Verse movies, the Lego movies, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I mean, you got to go check this movie out. I 100% recommend it. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking time to listen to my review, my thoughts. Please like and subscribe. Definitely subscribe because that will help me and my YouTube channel out a lot. Thank you, everyone, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.